Hello everybody and welcome your faces back to Crypto Jet, where today we're going to be talking about Cardano or ADA, a very familiar coin. You might have heard of it before. We're going to cover the technicals first, and then we're going to go into the fundamentals and discover why exactly this coin is one of the best, if not the best coins on the market. Now, without further ado, we're going to get right into it. But if you want to ask me a question, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so we can communicate with each other and let each other know if the content is good or not, right? Yeah, right. So first and foremost, this is the chart of ADA from back in the day, 2018, the peak, the price reached just above $1. It was 1.17 at one point, but I can't really pinpoint it right now. And currently we're finding sort of a zone of not resistance, but support at that level. We're going to look at it into more depth right now, but the market cap is sitting at 36 billion and it's the ranked sixth coin in the actual world, or yeah, fifth actually, because Tether is not counted. So quite a decrease since yesterday. It has corrected quite a bit, but it's still sitting above this level of 1.1, about $1.1, which was the zone of resistance back in the day. Now it's finding it as a zone of support. The price is not going underneath, which means people are very willing to buy even at this price. So right here, I've sort of extended the graph to you right now. If I press on this log button down here, it's going to show us the non-logarithmic chart, which means all of this is considered nothing. It's basically just a different view of all of these charts. But why I wanted to show you this is because right here is what you can see, what's known as the coronavirus pandemic, when crypto kind of fell, everything kind of dipped. But ever since then, it's been an uphill ride because of constant stimulus check talks, different economic policies that all sort of were good for the growth of crypto in the long term. Now, we can plot out several zones of support and resistance throughout ADA's actual growth in the market. Now, these are not really significant currently because we're at a way higher price at a way higher point in time, but they used to be significant, which is why I'm going to plot them all. So the point is to get as many touches as you can from both sides to signify a valid point of support or resistance. See, let's say this one can be one as well. You got one touch, you got two touches, you got a break, you got three touches, four touches, five touches, six touches. You know what I mean? So those are these zones, but we're going to switch back from the logarithmic chart now and take a look at the more recent period of time, this being the 2nd of January 2021. So this is when this year started. Now we have seen quite exponential growth at the beginning, after which the momentum kind of slowed down. These uptrends kept getting broken out of constant corrections, and this is where we saw a sign of complete consolidation. So somewhere around here, price completely consolidated, didn't let the price go above, didn't let the price go below, before breaking right out with strong bullish pressure, reaching the all-time high where we can find another zone of significant resistance and retracing back into the 1.1 or something level. Now, what can we see for this coin? Everybody loves price predictions, and so do I. And we can find the most important zone of support right about here at the $1 mark. Why is the $1 mark so important? Because I always mention this. It's a psychological level of resistance or support. People like round numbers. People who bought before one want to sell their coins at $1. People who want to enter ADA put their buy limits at the $1 mark. Why? Because it's so much easier to type than one digit and then four decimal places behind, right? So much easier. So let me hit you with a price prediction, but to do that, I have to go to the 4-hour chart and take a look at the chart a little bit more nicely, right? So if I do this, if I plot this line out, it's a trend line, as you can see, right? What happens to every trend line? At some point, it gets broken out of. So what ADA is going to do the next few days, next few weeks, I'm pretty sure it's going to break out of this trend line, do a retracement into this level of support at the $1.15 mark, bounce off of it, and continue on in an uptrend, meaning a break of structure has happened. The next time, oh, okay. So I'm going to draw out another scenario, since these lines are kind of playing with my feelings at this point. But we can see a break of it, a break of structure, meaning we're not seeing lower highs and lower lows anymore, but higher highs and higher lows, aiming for the new all-time high. Now, the thing is, the more times you actually hit into a zone of resistance or support, the more likely you are to break it. Now, you could say the same about this level of support down here, like, oh, we're likely to break it, ADA might go down. But no, because as you can see, the general trend is upwards facing. So the hits of this zone up here at the $1.5 mark are much more significant than the bounces off of these, because as you can see, after every single hit into this zone, we've seen massive bullish pressure, right? A retracement, very slow retracement, healthy, people taking profits, then massive bullish pressure. Very slow retracement, people taking profits, massive bullish pressure, right? This is still higher highs and higher lows we can see here. This has been the single biggest, drop, correction, retracement we have seen in ADA in a very big while. But this blue candle alone tells us that, oh boy, no, this coin ain't going down anytime soon just because of how tremendous they are. Now, definitely bullish on this coin. In case it does drop down, the furthest it can go down to is this $1 mark, because I'm sure retail traders, institutions especially, will be dying to get this coin at a good price. And $1, believe me, is a tremendous price for what is waiting for this coin, right? Let's move on to the fundamentals. So, boys, taking a look at the fundamentals right now, we see that Cardano has over 400k followers on Twitter. What the hell? This is a large amount of people, right? That's why it's one of the biggest projects in the world. So you can see a few interesting things they're working on. One of the things that sparked my interest is this blockchain comes of age, announcing a very special event, Cardano Africa. Is this something aimed at the poverty zones of Africa, people with no payment systems, inflation happening? There is a few countries with those exact problems right now, and a corrupt government. ADA can solve all of these problems, just like a lot of other cryptocurrencies can, which is why I strongly believe in the cryptocurrency world. Now, what exactly is the project? It's a peer-to-peer blockchain platform that is made to enable scalability and create a whole ecosystem on the network. So a little backstory, it was created by a few guys, and one of them was the co-founder of Ethereum. They went on to create ADA and the sort of upgrade on the Ethereum infrastructure. So Ethereum was the first big sort of different blockchain that provides scalability uses for simply creating a network for payment, for building projects on, building apps on, and everything. ADA pretty much does the same thing, but it does it in a revolutionary new way, and its whole idea is to enforce positive global change. Now, it works as a proof of stake blockchain rather than a proof of work blockchain such as Bitcoin, because proof of work requires graphics cards to compute all of these equations and problems, and as they solve them, this work is proven, and hence a reward is issued, which is how mining works. On the other hand, proof of stake, how does it work? People staking their existing coins simply prove that they are staking these coins, meaning that these coins are stored in a pool of liquidity, for example, and there's rewards paid to those who stake. So this uses significantly less energy, making it a more sustainable system, first of all, than Bitcoin, but also making it a more efficient system, because proof of work takes a lot more computational power than proof of stake actually does. So this is the first blockchain platform to be founded on peer-reviewed research and developed through evidence-based methods. This is their main selling point, right? There's another page that I can't find right now, but it explains perfectly how ADA does this. They're using a scientific and mathematical approach to create the best possible blockchain in the world. That's why I love this project so much. So Cardano is the first project to actually implement this Ouroboros proof of stake system, right? It enables the network's decentralization and allows it to sustainably scale to global requirements without compromising security or efficiency. It's very crucial that they use these evidence-based methods in their research, because they don't fail, right? When a developer team does such good research and actually check. So first, let me just read this to you. The protocol implementations and platform integrations are first researched, then challenged, and then mathematically modeled before they're specified. Then, only then, they let the development know, and then the development checks them, right? Audits them. This is a level of quality assurance that doesn't exist anywhere. So only things that work tremendously get put into the ADA or Cardano blockchain. Now, this is transactions. The idea is you can make it possible for any two actors in the market to transact with each other, even if they have no reason to trust each other, simply because the security is at such a high level. People are incentivized to participate either as stake pool operators, so you operate a pool for staking, or stake delegators, which means you delegate your staking. This is something we're going to cover in a separate video. Now, the main point of view here, one of the biggest things, is that it is a sustainable system, meaning that it doesn't use a lot of energy, it doesn't use a lot of so blockchains such as Bitcoin, if they want to scale to millions of users, millions of transactions per second, it will take a tremendous amount of computing power, electricity, and everything. On the other hand, Cardano can scale without an issue, perfectly securely, and perfectly without using too much energy, right? Because it uses this proof of stake concept. Cardano's main project is people, purpose, research, technology, and opportunity. To me, this sounds a lot like a concept in sustainability, which is called triple bottom line theory, which focuses on planet, people, profit, and prosperity, if I'm not mistaken, right? The 3 P's of the triple bottom line theory. So ADA really does mean to be sustainable. Is this something, is this just simply a coincidence? We may never know, but it's just something that fell into my mind. And that would be it for today's video on ADA or Cardano. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. So stay tuned. Adios.